I know the game wasn't meaningful as far as SEC regular season championship results or any of that, but it looked to me like they were trying to get the win. They brought their best guys. They didn't sit Denver. Broome was obviously playing well. Kind of killed us with 34-8. Hit some big shots. So, we went against them on their senior night, and I think we showed what we're capable of being moving forward. So, couldn't be more proud of a group of guys. Nobody in the country has gone anything close to the 7-game stretch we had to close the year. Come up with a win against the #1 team on their own floor. Happens to be our rival to close it out. After the adversity we faced, we could have easily folded. We had the tough loss at Tennessee. Florida game, we didn't look great. Bounce back and come in here like we did, and things didn't go perfect. The points off turnovers was 20-10 them. We had 15 turnovers. We got to do a better job on some things, but just kind of challenge these guys. Let's be the hardest playing team, toughest team. Most together no matter what happens. Things won't be perfect. Just stick together and keep playing hard. And thought that's what they did. Grant obviously had a really good game. Was aggressive early. Mark, they were going to make sure he didn't get anything easy. They did a good job on him defensively, but he stuck in there. Attitude was great. Play hard for us on defense. Got 7 assists, only 1 turnover, and then when we needed him late, he came through and delivered. Bailed me out because that play design wasn't all that great, to be honest with you. So the thing that was great about it was in a pretty good player's hands. So he delivered for us there late. But hopefully this get our guys some confidence going into the SEC tournament. We've got the bye till Friday. We got to get our legs back up under us. We got to get our confidence back, and I think this is a big start.
Start with players, Tony.
Yeah, Mark, just take us through that last play. Nate saying you bailed him out, but what was going through your mind on that play, and then how much confidence does that give you moving forward?
I think it was a good play to call because it caused a lot of confusion, and they didn't know if they, earlier in the game, they were switching everything guard to guard. So I did a quick handoff to Barron, they didn't switch, and I was able to get downhill with my left hand, and I was able to get it off and with enough time. So I guess it was a pretty good play.
Blake.
Thanks, Mark.
For Mark or Grant, just how good did it feel to be able to execute well in late game situations, especially just a week after the Tennessee game and how y'all lost that game?
I said we showed growth. We had the toughest 7-game schedule in the country, and I feel like we learned a lot from that 7 games to prepare us for the SEC tournament and March Madness.
Nick.
Yeah, Grant, hitting the Crimson Crane there after that dunk. Walk us through that decision.
Oh no, I just decided to. It was like first thing in my head. He was standing in front of me, and I don't know, I just did it.
Katie.
Grant, obviously you've been banged up a little bit lately on and off injury report, but tonight had your highest output in a while. Just kind of what was working for you tonight, and maybe kind of where did that energy come from?
Yeah, definitely my teammates. They've been giving me confidence, and then we've been doing a lot in practice leading up, and I've been getting a lot of treatments to try to get my body right. But the coaches drawing up plays for me to get downhill really helped, and then that kind of got me going, and some threes finally fell.
2 more for the players, Jeff.
This can be for either of y'all, but you guys have stepped up big and played some tough environments all year, but obviously this one's the most hostile you'll face given the in-state rivalry. Just how'd you guys maybe use that to kind of juice you up a little bit and play better and kind of feed off the energy of the crowd tonight?
Yeah, this is a big win for us. It's a big win for all of Alabama fans. So, it's good to just have that going into both tournaments. And, we still got a lot to learn from this. I don't think we finished it perfect, but, we came out with the win. But, really, we do got a lot to learn, and we got a lot to improve before we start these 2 tournaments.
Last one for players.
Grant, there was a lot of good offensive boards from the front court tonight. What was maybe the conversations with you and Cliff and just, be able to execute in the front court?
Yeah, I think for most of the second half, we didn't even have an offensive board, so they were on us in the huddles. And, we knew we had to go in there and get some second chance points to win this game. And, we did at the end. And I think that shows the toughness of our bigs like Cliff, Modi, all them guys going in and getting rebounds.
Thanks, Mark. Thanks, Grant. All right, start with coach now. Starting in the back.
Nate, what was your sense of how important this was to those seniors right there? Senior day didn't go as planned, last Auburn game didn't go as planned. For both of those guys sitting next to you to perform the way they did, how important was this for them?
Yeah, I thought it was big. I mean, I met with them guys earlier in the week after we lost to Florida. I asked them how their bodies were, kind of explained. We've got the bye to Friday wrapped up. The only thing still in the books is a 3 or 4. You guys want to play everybody against Auburn? Yes. Resounding, yeah. We don't like those guys. We owe them one. We're playing. We're getting a win. So, which is what I wanted to hear. But I wanted them to make that decision. They did. They brought it. I think it was huge. It's definitely not a game Auburn was okay with losing. They put everybody out there and played as many minutes as they could to get the win. So for our seniors to come in here in the last game of the regular season and win at Auburn, you know, I think gives them some confidence. It means a lot for those guys. It kind of makes up for a few of these losses we've had in this tough 7-game stretch. And now we just got to get everybody rested, healthy, bodies fresh, ready to go in Nashville.
Nate, do you think you guys did enough here tonight for the #1 seed?
I don't know, that's a tough question. I don't know. You know, you look at some of the wins we have, they give you a lot more credit for road wins. Houston's going to be a 1 seed. We beat them on a neutral. Auburn's going to be a 1 seed for sure. We beat them on their home floor. So I think with our quality wins we've got, certainly be in the mix. It's just, you know, do we have too many losses? You know, we lost 4 of these ones here in the last 7, which wasn't ideal, but I also don't think anybody in the country's played a 7-game stretch like we played either. So, you know, we've fought, battled, come up with a big win. We'll see. If we're not a 1 seed and we're a 2 seed, that's not the worst thing either.
Nick Kelly.
Yeah, Nate, we've talked recently about how in the few seasons you guys have struggled to finish regular seasons. How does a game like this just absolutely change everything going into the postseason compared to past years?
Yeah, I know last year we struggled a little bit. And the other year we had the injuries 2 years before that. But the other years we finished pretty well. We won 2 SEC tournament championships. So I think it depends on the group you got, to be honest with you. Like, you have guys that are still playing for each other together, want to keep playing together. I feel like this group is that way. When we challenge these guys, we had Coach Murphy from softball come speak to our guys last year and kind of use the term Mudita. And we've tried to adopt it again. You know, do we have the most Mudita? Are they pulling for each other? Do they want each other to do well? You know, I thought Sears embodied it pretty well tonight. You know, he only had 9 points. He's averaging just about 20. He had a bunch of 30-point games here lately, and he just kept playing hard. You know, finding guys for assists. You know, Cliff 7 of 7. I'm not sure how many of his buckets were from Sears, but he did a really good job. So this group wants to keep playing with each other. They like it. You know, last year we didn't finish the regular season or even the SEC tournament well, but we got them together to make a Final Four run. So I think this group's better overall. You know, we're hopefully we got some confidence going to the SEC tournament, play better there in Nashville than that last groups did, but we found a way to still get it together and make a run. Hopefully we can get this group together a week earlier than last year. The groups got it together. We already look like we got a pretty good one here to close the regular season, so I think they're headed in the right direction.
Charlie.
You mentioned Grant in your opening. Just maybe what was different for him tonight? Is it just a matter of him maybe getting his legs back under him and getting kind of healthy again?
Yeah, I mean, he's an athletic big, and with the way he moves, you know, attacks the rim, he gets banged up a little bit here and there, but, you know, I thought getting him downhill early, well, was important. We needed him to be aggressive. You know, that transition and one he got was hopefully got his confidence going. And I like the fact he went in to dunk the one, missed it, didn't really phase him, he just kept playing. So, you know, I was happy with his aggressiveness. We need him playing aggressive. he was one of the best players in the country last year in March when we made our Final Four run. Hopefully we get Grant Nelson and March back for another March run for us.
Tony.
There were a lot of high-intensity moments, heated moments out there. How were you able to keep your team, keep a level head?
I told the guys, we're not doing anything dumb, like trying to win the basketball game on a scoreboard. We don't need any cheap shots. All that does is give the other team free plays. It would be nice if Chris would have converted on those two, on the F2, but we still, he was no longer available for his team. I just told our guys, don't do anything dumb. Like, let's just be the hardest playing, toughest, most together team on the floor, and the score will take care of itself. So we're trying to win a basketball game. We're not trying to win anything else. So whatever the cheap plays that, they've had, we don't need to do any of that stuff. We don't do anything dumb to get a tee and give them 3 points. And every point was needed tonight. So it came down to the last possession, came down to the last 10th of a second, really.
Blake.
It was a very similar situation, end of game stuff, to the Tennessee game last week. Just kind of what improvements did maybe you see from the guys on the court or even yourself with how you coached that?
Yeah, the improvements were more from the coaching staff. I was really disappointed with how I personally got our guys through that last 30 seconds against Tennessee. I thought we, you use it, you learn, you talk through all different scenarios, both sides of the ball. Who do you have in? Tie game. Who do you have in? Up 3 when they need a 3. Who do you have? It wasn't perfect, but at least we talked through it. We had some sets in mind that we wanted. The one we ended up running, tie game late with 14 seconds in overtime, was not necessarily one that we had been through, but I knew I wanted to get the ball in his hands, and we got it there. So I thought we did a better job. We still need to be better. I got to be better for our guys. Our guys got to be able to execute things a little bit better, and hopefully we take Monday, Tuesday, and practice and kind of go through some of those situations and be a lot better for it up in Nashville.
2 more. Colin.
Hey Nate, I'm curious, a guy like Mark Sears used to putting up 20 shots a game. How do you keep him confident and kind of fresh for ahead of a big moment there in overtime?
I just kept talking to him, be a great teammate, play hard on D. We're not worried about scoring points. We've established as a team, the team met. We're just trying to be the hardest playing, best Medina team on the floor. Show your teammates a lot of Medina. And we ended up playing over 40 minutes. So, they did a good job. They didn't give him much free. So we as a coaching staff got to do a better job getting him freed up, and I didn't do a good enough job on that. But he hung in there and did a really good job keeping his attitude great, his energy great. He ended up with 7 assists. He wasn't like he had a bad night. Should he hit the game winner, and he had 7 assists and 9 points. So just didn't have what we're used to Mark having scoring-wise.
Last one.
Coach, how big was LeBaron for you guys specifically down stretch?
Yeah, it was huge. That steal layup kind of turned the whole course of the game there late, I thought. He made some big plays. Was pretty good on defense. He goes to the free throw line, makes 2 huge free throws late. He's got that it factor about him. He's a confident kid. He's a winner. Plays hard. High IQ guy. Made a huge 3 for us late. He didn't shoot it great, most of the year, I shouldn't say most of the year, most of the game. It was the only one he hit, but he made some plays when it counted, and we're going to need to keep doing that here and make a run in March.
Thank you, Coach. Thanks, everyone.